Hey everyone, we're going to chat today about your internal critic, or what I like to call your internal roommate. So, a lot of us have a voice in our heads that's pretty critical of us. It's often there to just kind of tell us what's wrong with us. So, today we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can start to change that internal dialogue. You can kind of start to deal with that roommate in a different way. So, step 1 is to just pay attention. So at the beginning, you're not going to change anything. You don't have to do anything differently. You're just going to start to pay attention to, what do the voices in your head say about you? What does that internal critic say? It's probably the same few things on a bit of a loop. And you're probably just so used to hearing it that you don't think about it anymore. So you might notice that every time you put your pants on in the morning, the internal critic comments on your weight, or every time you bump into something, that internal critic is quick to tell you that you're clumsy or something like that. So just kind of start to pay attention. That's step 1. Just sort of get to know, what is that voice saying to me? Step 2 is to begin to just dismiss negative thoughts. So when that internal critic gives you some sort of negative feedback, so let's say you bump into something and it's right there to say the thing it always says, which is, you're so clumsy. I use a phrase that's pretty helpful with this to just kind of dismiss that thought. We want to start to build new neural pathways where we don't just accept these negative thoughts, but we just start to dismiss them. So the phrase that I use is, I don't think like that anymore. So as soon as my internal critic pipes up with something that it wants to tell me about, something that's wrong with me, I just say to it, oh, sorry, I don't think like that anymore, and quickly dismiss that thought. And over time, what happens is that we start to not engage so much with those negative thoughts. Step 3 then is to start to have a little bit of self-compassion. Start to have a little bit more kindness toward yourself. So don't rush these steps. You want to stay in that kind of phase 2 for quite a while, where you're just dismissing those negative thoughts, And you might notice that you start to think a little bit more positively about yourself, just kind of naturally. But if you don't, if you're still if you're getting really good at dismissing the negative thoughts, but no positive thoughts are coming, that's okay. But you can just sort of start to say things that feel true to you. So you don't have to look in the mirror and say, I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, or I'm the most, I'm the smartest guy in the room, or something, if it doesn't feel true to you. We want you to start with compliments that feel true. So if you think that you're, smart or kind, or, you did a good job on something, you can just sort of start to engage in those positive thoughts. And over time, there will be a little bit more of that positive dialogue inside your head and a little bit less of that negative critical dialogue. Hopefully that helps. Let me know in the comments how this goes for you guys. I'd love to hear the things that your inner critics are saying to you, or the ways that you've kind of dealt with them in the past. Have a good day.